Make a list of 5 things that you can think of that you've already accomplished and that you're proud of. We probably have some gold medal winners in the audience. I did a tour of Australia once with Mark Tewksbury, a gold medal winner. I'm sure under this exercise, he would have put that on his list, winning the gold medal in Barcelona. I also did that tour with David Chilton, who wrote the book, The Wealthy Barber. If you haven't got it, you've got to get it. Okay? 5 things you've already accomplished that you're proud of. Now here's the next exercise, and this is going to take some time. Next question. What do you want in the next 10 years? I want you to make a list of at least 50 items. This is not what you think you can get. This is what you want. If everything fell into place and you could have anything you wanted in the next 10 years, what would that list be? Not something you think you can earn, buy, or achieve through success, but what would really do it for you in the next 10 years? What experiences would you like to have in the next 10 years? Parachute out of an airplane? Star in a movie? Play in a rock and roll band? Win a gold medal in the Olympics? Start a new family? Learn to play a musical instrument? Try a new sport? Bill Bailey is urging me to go skiing. I'm not really a winter person. I prefer the south. They ask if I ski and I say, yes, water ski. But he's convinced I should try it. He likes the snow. I like the sand. What would you like to learn in the next 10 years? I've got to learn to play golf. John Battanti and Bill Bailey are on my case now. It's a test of friendship. Learn to play golf or don't come see us anymore. What do you want for your children? That's a whole list in itself. Education, places to take them. My parents traveled, which was invaluable to me. I missed 21 weeks of high school during my junior and senior years combined, but I still graduated third because my parents took me everywhere. They wanted me to meet people, see new things, and do new things. What new skill would you like to learn over the next 10 years? When I started learning new skills at age 25, it changed my life. I learned sales and multiplied my income 5-fold in the first year. I learned how to find good people and recruit, which multiplied my income further. I learned how to organize and promote, rewarding people for small steps of progress. I became so good at it that my income skyrocketed. Maybe you'd like to give seminars or write some books in the next 10 years. Some things right away, some further out. 10 years is a pretty good chunk of time. Maybe you're working on a new invention. Congratulations. Someday, who knows? Make a list of your health goals. You need a good physical support system. Over the next 10 years, how healthy do you want to be? Eliminate some illnesses. Eliminate some weaknesses. Get strong for competition in the 21st century. One of my goals was to have a residence for each season. Finally, I checked that off my list. I've had winter here, summer here, autumn here, and spring here. A residence for each season. An apartment in Manhattan, a ranch in Brazil. What would really do it for you in the next 10 years? Some goals for your career, your business, some productivity goals. I put a little revenge on my first list. Some of the people who said I couldn't do well were on that list. I couldn't wait to get my new car, drive it up on their lawn and say, oh, pardon me, here's the money to have it fixed. I had some things on my list that gave me incredible satisfaction. In the Old Testament, God says, vengeance is mine, all mine. No wonder he wants it all. It feels so good. If I were God, I'd want it all. What would really do it for you? Some scores to settle, gently but deliberately. My Japanese friend Toro Ikeda, in San Jose, California, put on his first list a Caucasian gardener. I thought, hey, that's good. What would do it for you? Become a wine connoisseur? I'm learning more about making wine. It's an interesting process and a hobby. You'd like to start collecting new cars or become a race driver? I've got this neat little motorhome, right? I put the dirt bike on the back and away I go. I'm now putting a fax machine in my motorhome so I can stay in touch even when I'm away. Here's my new mode for the future. In touch and out of reach. That's the new deal. So what is your goal for the future? To get away. Something that would really serve you well in terms of a refreshing change of pace? Skills you want to help teach your children? I taught my girls how to swim and dive. It was such great satisfaction when they used to say, watch me, Daddy, watch me, look how good I am. You taught me, watch me do it again. Here's a good phrase to put in here. All life seems to wish to reward its benefactor. If you take especially good care of the flowers, they will bloom especially bright for you. If you teach your children, they will want to show off for you. Daddy, look how good I am. You're the one who taught me. Want to watch me do it again? All life takes delight in rewarding its benefactor. Success comes down to one key thing: setting and achieving goals. The truth is, if you master the art of goal setting, you'll find success in ways that education alone can't provide. Most schools don't teach this crucial skill, which means many people miss out on the key to real achievement. Look at successful people. They often lived average lives for a while, but then they found a clear goal. They wrote it down, made a plan, and took action. With a clear goal, you can accomplish more in a couple of years than many do in 5 or 10. This is a pattern found in the lives of successful people, no matter their background or education level. Consider the case of multimillionaires. I've met people who have become incredibly successful despite their varying levels of formal education. Some finished school, some didn't. What they all had in common was a clear, specific goal. They knew exactly what they wanted and pursued it with determination. It's not about the degrees you have, but about having a vision and a plan. Here's a technique that might seem a bit radical, but is incredibly effective. Think about taking your current level of success or income and increasing it tenfold. At first, this might sound like a wild dream, but think back to times when you've already doubled or tripled your income. If you did it once, you can certainly do it again by applying the same principles. This process might seem daunting, but it's absolutely achievable. Successful people don't settle for their current circumstances. They envision something far greater for themselves. They start with a grand vision, even if it seems out of reach. Peter Drucker, a well-known management expert, said, "If you don't have a vision of being a world leader when you start, you probably won't be very successful." Imagine your business or yourself reaching the highest level of success. How would that change things for you? What would it look like? Picture it clearly. Now let's dive into the concept of dreaming big. Think about your life with no limits on money, time, or talent. What would you aspire to achieve or become? Take a moment to jot down your biggest dreams. Next, make a list of 10 goals you want to achieve in the next year. Choose the one goal that, if achieved, would make the most significant positive impact on your life. Focus on that goal. Make it your primary aim and let it guide your daily actions and decisions. Every day, remind yourself, I can do it. If you can think of a goal, it means there's potential within you to achieve it. This potential is like a hidden ability waiting to be unlocked. Trust in yourself and your capability to turn that goal into reality. There's a powerful force in the universe that aligns ideas and opportunities with your goals. For instance, if you aim to double your income over the next few years, start by improving your productivity. Your income is directly related to the value you bring to the marketplace. By becoming more productive, you increase your value and, consequently, your income. Think about improving your productivity just a little bit each day. Even a tiny increase can lead to substantial growth over time. For example, if you get 1% better each day, you could end up over 1,000% more productive in 10 years. This kind of gradual improvement can have a massive impact on your success and income. Success is often the result of consistent small efforts. It's like building a snowball. Small incremental actions accumulate over time to create significant results. Successful people are continually generating ideas and opportunities. They stay open to new possibilities and are ready to seize them. When I was 25, I learned the power of setting goals. I wrote down my goals and made plans to achieve them. Even though I lost the list, I achieved everything I had written down. The act of setting goals activated my mind and set things in motion. To improve your income, start by writing down 10 goals for the next year. Write them as if they are already accomplished, like I earn instead of I will earn. This simple act helps program your mind for success. Many people avoid setting goals because of fear of failure, fear of rejection, or simply not knowing how to set them. But setting goals is a crucial tool for achieving success. Even if you didn't learn about goal setting early in life, it's never too late to start. Setting and working towards goals can transform your life, regardless of your starting point. So ask yourself, why don't more people set goals? Fear of failing, fear of rejection, and the feeling of not knowing how to set effective goals can all hold people back. But remember, the only way to guarantee failure is to avoid trying altogether. To overcome these fears, keep your goals private if necessary, and focus on achieving them. Don't let the fear of criticism or failure stop you from setting and working towards your goals. If you start today, you can change your life and achieve more than you ever thought possible. Although success and failure go hand in hand, many people have a problem with failure. They think it's a bad word, has a bad connotation, and they don't see it as a stepping stone. They see it as an end result. Quite often, success requires failure, sometimes many failures. Is failure working on a project that ended with poor results? No, of course not. Is failure launching a new product that failed miserably in the marketplace? No, of course not. Is failure doing the best you possibly can with your kids and having them disappoint you in a very personal way? No, of course not. There's no failure in pouring your heart and soul and energy into something that didn't work. Rather, failure is not trying at all. If success is the steady progress toward your own personal goals, then failure is no progress at all, not even trying. Success and failure are always linked together. Success and failure are always linked to ambition. And let's remember, success is doing, failure is not doing. It's that simple. In every scientific discovery, there were dozens or hundreds of failures before one success. Without failure, opportunity cannot be created. Without failure, there can be no success. Tom Peters, world-renowned author and management expert, said recently, "There is only one way to be in serious trouble today, and that is not to be trying, not to be failing, not to be stretching yourself." Success is a doing. You've got to actually do it. Activity is a high priority in the life process to try and get maximum benefit out of what we have available, our resources, our skills, our knowledge, and our talents. Success is a doing that tries to get maximum benefit out of what we have available. Benjamin Disraeli, former Prime Minister of England, once said, "Nothing can resist a human will that will stake even its existence on its purpose. I'll do it or die." What a powerful set of words. Resolve says, "I will." Two of the most powerful words in our language are, "I will." The formula for disaster: could, should, don't. Here's the formula for fortune: could, should, will. I will, I should, I can, and I will. Two of the most powerful words in the language are "I will." The man says, "I will climb the mountain." As they say, it's too high, it's too difficult, it's too rocky, it's never been done before. The man says, "Hey, it's my mountain, I'll climb it. Pretty soon you'll see me waving from the top or dead on the side because I'm not coming back until I've done it." But what is the measure of success? How do you know if you're successful, really successful? How do you know, especially when your success could be so vastly different from someone else's success? Here's how you measure results: making measurable progress in reasonable time. That's all life asks, making measurable progress in reasonable time. So you've got to be reasonable with time. Don't be unreasonable with time. Parents, don't be unreasonable with time. Managers, brokers, business associates, have a little patience. You can't ask somebody every 5 minutes, "How are you doing now?" That's too soon. The guy says, "I haven't left the building yet, give me a break." So 5 minutes is too soon to ask. Is 5 years too long and too late? So what is a reasonable time to ask for results as a measure of progress? Here's number one. At the end of the day, you can't let more than a day go by without getting some things done, some letters written. When you work on the job, there are some things you've got to get done within a day. You've got to make some calls within a day. Your health disciplines, you've got to get those done within a day. You can't carry over. You can't say, "Well, I'll eat 9 apples 10 days from now." No, it's an apple a day, every day. Some things you've got to get done within a day. So at 5 minutes to midnight and you haven't gotten your apple in yet, munch away and get it done. Walking around the block every day is good. Walking or running 6 hours a day is bad. It's obsessive, unless, of course, you make your living as a marathon runner. Then you're doing your job. Eating an apple a day is good. Eating only apples is bad. You won't get all the protein, vitamins, and nutrients your body needs. Working hard, burning the midnight oil, and doing it until is good. Working nonstop, never taking a vacation, never having any fun, never spending quality time with the people you love is bad. If you've got your nose to the grindstone all the time, how are you ever going to spot new opportunities? Consider new ideas. It doesn't work that way. You've got to stop and ponder where you've been and where you're going. You've got to reflect so you know if you're even on the right track. For workaholics, there's never enough work. They can work 10, 12, or 14 hours a day, take 2 jobs, work them back to back. The only satisfaction is fighting off sleep, denying life's pleasures, getting more tasks done. Some people are impressed with this type of behavior, but just because a workaholic spends too much time working doesn't mean he or she ends up with the most money. These people are generally more task-oriented than results-oriented. They're busy being busy, not busy being productive. Workaholics generally end up alienating their families, losing their health, and facing a crisis of values. Now, wouldn't you prefer a life of productivity rather than a life of tasks? Of course. When you schedule your time and take advantage of your time, you can work smarter instead of working longer. And you'll probably end up getting more done than the workaholic and still have time for other things in life. Enlightened self-interest says, I will look for new ways to work smarter by focusing on doing more per hour instead of doing more hours. It says, I will run my day so my day doesn't run me. Enlightened self-interest also says that a life worth living comes from a life of balance and moderation. Too much of anything, even good things, will sooner or later undo you. The numbers tell us the whole story. Success is a numbers game. There are 3 important questions to ask yourself in this area. How much have you saved and invested throughout your career? Your financial health is a vital indicator of your success. In the past 90 days, how many books have you read? Books are the keys to unlocking new ideas and strategies for your future. They are investments in your mind. In the last 6 months, how many classes have you taken? Developing new skills or improving old ones is essential. This is your investment in personal and professional growth. Numbers don't lie. Success is a numbers game. You've got to measure your progress and see how you're doing. Imagine if you only weighed a baby once every spring. You'd miss crucial signs of growth, or lack thereof. The same applies to your goals and efforts. Regular check-ins are vital. How often should you check your progress? Just like you wouldn't wait years to assess your business health or check on your cholesterol, don't wait too long to evaluate your personal progress. Be responsible for the state of your life and keep refining your numbers. Take charge of your life. Be meticulous. How many pounds overweight should you be at 50? Well, we give you a bit of leeway, but don't ignore the caution lights. Take control of your health, your finances, your retirement, and your future. Don't drift along. Responsibility starts with you. Don't just drift along with the crowd. Those who don't care to be responsible about the numbers, meticulous about the numbers. Some of these numbers have got to be coming down, like your cholesterol. Some of these numbers have got to be going up, like the number of books in your library. Don't be satisfied until you've looked at all your own numbers and be responsible. Don't wait for somebody to come along. What if nobody comes along? You've got to be responsible yourself. Results are the name of the game. Let's check the numbers. Don't be satisfied with anything less than the best of numbers. Here's a powerful technique: visual chain thinking. Ambitious people see every step toward their goals as part of a chain. Each action, each discipline, is a link leading you to your ultimate destination. See every step as a link in the chain of your success. It's not just about today's tasks, but how each link builds toward your future. Ambitious people don't see each step toward their goals as a singular step. Each discipline as a singular discipline, each project as a singular project, each sale as a singular sale. With everything they do, and with every discipline they adhere to, they see it all as part of a chain, a link in the chain of events and actions that will lead them to their final destination. Every action and every discipline today is a link in the chain. Every action and every discipline tomorrow is a link. Every action and every discipline in the future is a link. When you can see that every link in the chain will eventually lead you to the things you want most out of life, to the person you want to become, then you won't grow discouraged or fearful or impatient with today. When you can see where you're going through visual chain thinking, even on the toughest days, you'll keep building your ambition by knowing where you're going, not just where you are today. Plan your life like a game. Part of this visual chain thinking is built when you decide on your direction. When you can see where you're going to end up before you get there, building your visual chain of thought begins. This happens when you have well-defined plans for your career, your family, activities, investments, and health. Your plans and goals are your visual chain, knowing where you're going before you get there. Plan your life like a game. Just like a football or basketball team doesn't start a game without a strategy. Don't start your day without a plan. Map out your day, your week, your month. When you plan your life as you would a game, you work smarter, not harder. The discipline of planning. Here's the rule. Don't start your day until you've it finished. Don't begin your activities of the day until you know exactly what you plan to accomplish. Don't start your day until you have it planned, and do this every day. I know all this planning takes time and a disciplined effort, but remember that value is the fruitful result of discipline, not hope. Once you've mastered the art of planning your day, you're ready for the next level. Don't start your week until you have it finished. Don't begin your activities of the week until you know exactly what you plan to accomplish. If you learn to plan your days as part of your overall game plan for the week, the parts will fit much better. Your days will be better, more effective. You'll be working smarter, not harder. And when you've learned to plan your week, guess what? You've got to plan your month. Don't start your months until they're finished. By developing and following your game plan, your days, weeks, and months all become part of a bigger plan, a bigger design, a long-term view of your life, a visual chain. You'll start gaining a greater perspective of it all because you are planning. It takes great discipline on your part, but it will soon lead to a new habit, a habit of mastering your time, a habit of discipline that will lead you to the good life. Your game plan will serve as a constant reminder of all that you need to do to get where you want to go. If you're doing all that you're scheduled to do, game plans are very rewarding, and the discipline of developing and following a game plan is exciting. Day by day, week by week, you'll see the magic of your dreams and plans turning into reality. It's an incredible feeling of being in charge of your life, your surroundings, your future. It's like creating a work of art on the biggest canvas imaginable. It's creative, it's beautiful. This is powerful stuff. To dream a dream, plan for the dream, and then to watch your dream turn into reality. And what's really powerful about creating game plans is that you can see your future right before your eyes. So on those days when your energy isn't up to par, your enthusiasm is a little low, your ambition isn't pulling you, and your attitude isn't on the high side. On those days, use your game plan to see how far you've come and take time to realize exactly where it is that you're headed. On those days, it's your discipline and visual chain of the future that will pull you ahead. It can't possibly set you back. It will pull you ahead. Develop a game plan for your life and make sure that it includes more than work projects. Make sure that your game plan includes time for recreation, time for reflection, time for exercise, time for health, and time for spirituality. You have to work with your game plan in order for it to best work for you, and you have to maintain the discipline of working your plan until you've got it down. In the end, it is your own discipline that acts as the magic catalyst to give substance and depth to your ambition, to achieve your own plans and dreams, to have what you want to have, and to become what you want to become. Your consistent self-discipline is the magic catalyst. The ultimate question cannot be whether you are going to make the fundamental disciplines your own. The ultimate question is when. There are several studies that show the greatest achievers aren't those who fail the least. No, the greatest achievers are those least frightened of failure. They're willing to take on the challenge without the guarantee of success, seeing the end but not sure when it will be or where it will be.